Now we wait. Hello, my ghosties, my ghoulies, and my angelulies. As you are more than obviously aware, possibly, if you've been following the string of videos I've been posting, or been keeping up on the Light Steve Discord, you might get an indication that the next series is starting, which it definitely is. The next season starts. And oh woe is what am I to do? Everyone's probably aware by now, but if you're not, I'm a builder. I don't lack confidence that I can fight. I'm just more likely to be taken out than I am to actually hold my position. Which, by the way, I really want to hold the position. So guess what I've been up to? With the thought that the next season is starting, I've been all over the place. I've been to PvP zones, I've been to PvP arenas. At one point, I caught on that there were parkour servers, and, well, might as well brush up on my parkour as well, so I did that. I practiced mob fighting. I've practiced just about everything, including evasion. Well, I decided that I needed more consequences. Anyone who knows me may or may not know this. The first SMP I was officially on was 2B2T. 2B2T, you may be asking. Why yes, what's 2B2T? 2 builders, 2 tools, you know, the really old server that is known for chaos and hackers and no rules whatsoever. Yeah! That one! That one! That's the one I've been to. I don't actually have any proof that I've been there before. You'll have to take my word on it, though. I have proof that I went back there, though. If you're interested in seeing that, just keep watching. I've been back to the server I was on originally. The first SMP I've ever been on. Now, based on what I remember, well, I was there for the Obsidian Box era. That's when I started a couple of years ago, the Obsidian Box. I spawned in, and I was in the Obsidian Box. And the way I escaped, well, I'm so laggy at the time I was playing, I was being punched and hit with a sword, and then I glitched out of the obsidian box that was there. And then proceeded to escape spawn. Guess what? It's worse than last time. Oh no. Oh no. All of what I had worked for. It's not. Ah. Oh no. Okay. Jeez. Well, I'm quite sure I'm at spawn right now. And if I'm not at spawn, we will figure that out. Not worse because, ooh, there's another obsidian box. No. There are hills and hills, mountains of cobblestone. Since last time I was there, there is more cobblestone, there is more empty air below the feet. There's a giant obsidian platform above spawn. I'm kind of curious what's up there. I don't actually know. Nor do I have the time or the patience. Quickly. Oh, please. Okay. This is even worse. Okay. Oh, no. Please. I can hear the creeping. Okay. I need to pick a direction and I need to go. Oh no. No. What is influencing me, you might ask, for going on to B2T? It has been years since I've last been on there. And as a builder, I'm just attracted to the idea of interesting and very well put together builds, or even builds that were put in a rush. I am interested. Up here. Oh. Gently. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna rewatch to this footage, and I'm gonna have... There's gonna be obvious problems that I've overlooked. I need to keep moving until it's daytime. That's the only way I live through this. Patience. That is what I gave out. That's what I paid with. My patience. Okay, this vine looks like a blessing in disguise. I will take it. Okay, at least up here is light. I waited in the queue. The queue was well over 600 people waiting. And I waited that full 8 hours. I will happily do it again. I am dedicated. I want to show what I saw, but I couldn't find any of the builds that were there the last time I was there. I was there when there was a giant melon field. That was pretty much the best. This time it's so much worse in my opinion. The setup. If you were to go on today, unless it's changed since I've been on there, which it very well could have, the Obsidian Highway is being used for delivery service. Yes, you heard that correctly. The Obsidian Highway is being used for a delivery service, using nether portals and the nether for shortening the distance. Maybe it's a good deal, maybe not. Tradition. I don't know. I didn't want to stick around for that though, so I left. Claimed by anybody. I kept going. Anytime I saw a sign, I just passed right by it. Did I go through one of the portals? Yes. Do I regret doing so? No, not really. Oh. Why do I not regret it? Because leaving spawn is a nightmare, okay? You go on there and you try to leave spawn. It is a nightmare. And on the off chance that you get lucky and somebody hands you some stuff to help you get out of spawn. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, really? Really hard to do, by the way. There's some really nice people. Okay. They're awesome, by the way. They're really awesome. It's fine. And then you've got the people who just want you for PvP practice. No gear, no nothing. And it's really hard to come across items to defend yourself. Well, why don't you just get a tree? Why not just chop down a tree? Why not just mine the ores that you need? Well, our major problem, there's a hole below spawn. There are giant holes everywhere. there's a giant drop. If you're unlucky enough to spawn on top of one of the one of the cobblestone structure hills, like I did, there are sheer drops below you. That is good for me. Oh, jeez. I am now being chased by somebody who's also being chased, but specifically being chased. I'm literally just trying to get myself out of here. Let me be. Please let me be. What in the world? Oh, I recognize that sound. There's almost no way of safely getting out of spawn. And if you wait there too long, well, there are people looking for target practice. You do not want to stay there. Not in the least. No one wants to. No. But I want to, says the one person in the back. You want to. You want to stick around and be target practice? I mean, good on you, but I'm not doing that. So I moved on. I got up and I moved. And I kept going. I don't care how many hours it's gonna take. You wanna know what the goal is? What the goal is, ultimately, what the goal is? On the to-do list, after having joined 2B2T, my to-do list, it consists of escaping spawn. You see this one? This one is prevalent. Do you know why? It's hard to find sheep. It's hard to find wood. It's near impossible. If you don't know the layout, it is impossible. You're lucky if you find a tree at spawn. It's very unlikely. Okay. Okay. I need to get as far and as fast away from here as I possibly can. The second one, just as prevalent as the first. Avoid peril. Peril? What do I mean by peril? Well, a certain peril. What I mean is that there's something that wants to unalive you at every turn on this server. It doesn't necessarily have to be players. It doesn't necessarily have to be players or anything like that of the sort. But by peril, I mean the sheer drops that normally you wouldn't pay attention to, that you're not watching for. The stuff that you don't think anything about. You don't know, nobody leaves an area thinking, oh, I'm gonna drop down. You hop over a hill and you keep going up the hill. You don't stop, you just keep going. Well, and after escaping creepers, you feel that instant relief. You know, the kind that just comes after avoiding certain death. Well, with the obsidian ceiling that's at spawn currently, well, creepers are everywhere. Every single place. There's no avoiding them if they drop from the sky. Might as well be the equivalent of raining TNT. It's awful. It's not fun. Why would I do that to myself? That's awful. So, not only am I... Thanks for being such a good audience. But not only am I escaping spawn, and avoiding peril, on the other to-do list, get as far from other people as I can. I went through the nether in one wrong area, and I was chased. I was chased. I'm telling you, I was chased. I was chased in the nether for going through the nether portal. I don't know if it's like a territory thing. I have a feeling it is like a territory faction thing. Okay, awesome. But I'm just regular civilian, not affiliated with anybody. They don't know that. That's okay, but it's attack on sight if you're in the wrong area at the wrong time. Although I will admit that this is stretching on for far longer than I was expecting. Oh, wait a minute. What? No. No. No, 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 no. But I have no choice. And I was unfortunate. It was one of my deaths. And I'll also be sure to put a death counter in the thing, just so you guys know. That just kind of insanity, but you know, I'm the one who's insane because I decided to join the server again because it's been a while. Mojang is talking about, you know, going to old servers that are not following what they think is the correct way to handle a server, even though they don't own the servers, you know, but hey, what do I know? So get as far from others as I can. Not everyone is out to get you. As I said that, I had one helpful person help me out. one awesome person helped me out. I didn't even ask for anything. I didn't talk to him really, other than say thank you, hello, and so on and so forth. I will not be forgetting that anytime soon. If I see them again, I'm probably gonna help them if they ask it. But my next goal, as soon as I escape spawn, avoid peril, and get as far from other people who are trying to unalive me, I'm gonna build something. And hopefully it lasts a couple of years. How do you suspect I'm gonna do that? You get as far away from spawn. Do you hear me, Anne? You get as far away from spawn as you can to build the item you want to build. I mean, the other underlying thing is me checking out the builds. Maybe I can save some of the data, the builds that I walk past. You know, all that good stuff. Worst comes to worst, I've at least joined the server, and I've done my best to wander around and explore. The next one is fulfill the 2B2T tradition, which I will show and explain at a later date. That's okay, that's cool, fine. and then experience something unexpected. That is another thing that I'm going to do, okay? I don't know how often I'm gonna die, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine. I don't need to know how often I'm gonna die or anything of the sort. It's fine. We don't need to worry about that. No, what needs to be worried about is trying to fulfill all of these conditions while I am on the server. So that's exactly what I did. Not only am I helped by a total stranger, I know nothing of this guy, I have no contacts on the server whatsoever. I don't know anyone. There are now AIs that will chat with you. And then you have people who want to constantly PvP, which is kind of the appeal of the place. Fine, okay, cool. Without any tools, I'm pretty useless, so I run. If that makes any sense. After traveling well over 10,000 blocks, I found a place to settle down, and that's what I did. I made my build. Did I use a hack client, you ask? No. There are no rules on the server, right? I modded my client side. As long as it doesn't affect the server, I can mod. So that's what I did. I modded myself. I added a mod that delayed my hunger a bit when I was running. I'd say it worked pretty well. I added a zoom function because I want to be able to see in the distance. The X-ray function, I can tell if somebody's looking straight at me. If they see me, I can run. I completed my goals, I met them, and hopefully, at the time you're seeing this video, I am ready for the start of the next season. Oh. But, this has been Ghastly927. My ghosties, my ghoulies, my angelulies. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything's okay. And as always, keep on rolling.